This is going to be a video showing the initial setup and data available for the Fantasy Grounds Starfinder 2nd edition playtest material. So I'm just going to start a new campaign here. Just scroll down and it's the Starfinder 2 playtest rule set that's available to everybody in their licenses. I'm just going to set this to land just for this demo purpose and load this up. So yeah, so the rule set's available to everybody who has a Fantasy Grounds license, and I'm going to show you the data that's available both via official products, full official DLC products, and ORC license content as well. So as this loads up, and I'll click next in the campaign setup, and you have two options. There's the Starfinder 2 Playtest core rulebooks, Starfinder 2 Playtest ORC license data. I'll go through the core rulebooks first, and I'll come and show you the ORC license a bit later. So this is primarily going to load up two books. It's going to load up the Pathfinder 2 Player Core, which is what the playtest rulebook uses a lot of its information from, and the playtest rulebook itself. If you want to, you can actually activate other modules that are available if you wanted to use some of the other core products. We've enabled the GM core and the monster core to also work with this rule set, as we've also got the GM core and the monster core ORC license data there available as well. So you can mix and match with some of your other products. Because this is based off the required products section of the introduction chapter of the playtest rulebook. So this is the official product conversion of the full DLC. This is the whole playtest rulebook in here, and also all of the data available that comes with that. So all of the ancestries and backgrounds and everything else, and you'll see this as I run through it quickly. So the required products are the Pathfinder Player Core and the Pathfinder GM Core. Really, the GM Core is only required in terms of Fantasy Grounds data from the for the magic items and the treasures that are available in the GM core. So I don't enable that as part of the standard data to be loaded. It's easy to you if you actually want to load that up and reference it during your game. Just activate it from the modules window. But I feel that it actually completely overloads all of the data when you actually go and have a look at items. As it is, there's pretty much trying to do some quick calculations there, 50 times 26, so quite a lot of over 1,300 items available here as it is with the player core and the playtest rulebook. If you enable the GM core as well, this is just going to flood you with items that you'll probably rarely use within a Starfinder game. So all of the data is all available through here as standard, going through and reviewing the various different actual ancestries and backgrounds available to you. It's up to you which classes are available. The PF2 backgrounds, ancestries, classes are all available to you as well if you want, but probably to get a good idea of the playtest, you want to use some of the classes and the ancestries out of here, because this rule set does run on top of the Fantasy Grounds Pathfinder 2nd edition rule set, so there's a lot of functionality that so that pretty much stuff that's going to work for in PF2 is going to work in Starfinder 2 and vice versa. Starfinder 2 is going to work in PF2. So if you want to run crossover games, you absolutely can. You can just load up those products and play with them. So at this point we have a few other products available as well, converted. So if I actually go to the rule set filter here, you can see that we have a Cosmic Birthday, which is the first playtest adventure that covers levels 1 to 4, I think. There should be a couple of Starfinder Society playtest games as well, kind of single session games, levels 1 and levels 5. I can't remember which one's which, but they're also official conversions as well, available in the Fantasy Grounds store. And So you can load these up and use those and play with those as well. So, Cosmic Birthday, we've got the book there, which takes you through all the various, we have the full map with all of the line of sight and everything all set up here, available for you to play through those adventures fully with all of the stat blocks and everything else from those products. So I'm going to do separate videos showing character creation and more of this data. I want to just spend a bit more time talking about the ORC release available. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unload all of these modules that we've got loaded already, and I'm going to just reactivate the ORC module. So I'm going to just rerun that campaign setup from the options menu, go next, and just do the ORC license. So similar to the official products, the ORC, we load the player core and the playtest rules ORC modules. If you want to, activate some more of the ORC modules, like the monster core, the GM core, then you absolutely can. But again, I didn't automatically activate those because you just get overload with a lot of the data. So like here's an example. If I actually load the GM core, there's now another 16, another 800 items in here. So yeah, sorry, there's a lot of data in there that you're probably not gonna need. A lot of the magic items that are in the GM core. But if you want to, absolutely, enable it yourself manually. So the main difference between these products, the official products and the ORC products, is that we don't have a full book reference manual or book, however it's referred to. We just have essentially an ORC notice and data that's saying, hey, this is available. It's all of the standard data to use in Fantasy Grounds. So all of the items are available here. All of the ancestries are all available, and backgrounds, classes. It's all the data that you need to run, but it doesn't have the full representation of the book within Fantasy Grounds. It doesn't either have any of the tokens, portraits, or images that are found in the full products. So that kind of just does mention that here, and if you're interested and you want to support us, you can purchase. That's the player core. I was looking in the wrong one. Similarly, you could, if you want to support us, use the player core book as well. And we do just have the official playtest rulebook available on Fantasy Grounds. This is has got quite a big discount compared with what we have for other rule books on Fantasy Grounds. The pricing's normally the cost of the print book, and you get the PDF with that. But because the PDF for the playtest is available for free on Paizo, and because we want people using this, and we realize it's only a kind of a year-long thing, we've significantly, reduced the cost of this by about $27. It's less than half price to do this, and this, purchasing this will give you a lot more data, and it will give you a lot more images and the full